Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Sip Rasayan. This is Indrani ma'am. Under laws of chemical combination, today I am going to explain law of multiple proportions. This law was given by Dalton. He stated that if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with a fixed mass of the other elements are in the ratio of small whole numbers. This is from NCERT book. So let me explain this with examples. So example number 1. It is given here the masses of one element that combine with a fixed mass of the other elements. Now you think sulfur combines with oxygen to form two compounds. One compound is sulfur dioxide and another is sulfur trioxide. Now in sulfur dioxide, ratio of sulfur to oxygen by mass is how much? Sulfur is having atomic mass 32 and oxygen is having atomic mass 16. So two atoms are there, oxygen atoms are there. So 16 to the 32. And here for sulfur trioxide, sulfur to oxygen by mass ratio is, here it is for sulfur 32 and 3 oxygen atoms. So 16 3 is 48. Now here you can see fixed mass of sulfur, that is 32 grams, combining with 32 grams of oxygen for sulfur dioxide and 48 grams of oxygen for sulfur trioxide. Therefore here the masses of oxygen, what masses? Here 32, here 48. 32 grams, 48 grams, which combine with a fixed mass of sulfur. What is the fixed mass? 32 grams. Where a simple ratio. What is the ratio? This and that. This bears simple ratio. This is 32 is to 48, or if you simplify it is coming 2 is to 3. Now we will solve some problems. Number 1. Carbon and oxygen are known to form two compounds A and B. The carbon content in compound A is 42.9% while in compound B it is 27.3%. Show that these data are in agreement with law of multiple proportions. Now how to solve this one? Whenever you will see there are two elements and two elements are combining to form more than one compounds, just think about the law of multiple proportions. Now it is given compound A compound B. Now for compound A, mass percentage of carbon is 42.9. So from here you can calculate mass percentage of oxygen. 100 minus 42.9, it is 57.1. And for compound B, mass percentage of carbon is given 27.3. So mass percentage of oxygen is 100 minus 27.3. It is coming 72.7. So it is given in compound A 42.9 grams of carbon combined with 57.1 grams of oxygen. Now in compound B, it is given 27.3 grams of carbon combined with 72.7 grams of oxygen. Therefore, in compound B, 1 gram of carbon combined with this much grams of oxygen. Therefore, in compound B, 42.9 grams of carbon combined with how much of oxygen we have to calculate. If you divide these two, you are getting 2.66, and here multiplied by 42.9, it is coming around this much grams. So what we are doing in both the cases, we are fixing the amount of carbon. When we are fixing the amount of carbon, now you can take the ratio between this and this amount of oxygen. So therefore, the masses of oxygen in compound A and B, which combine with a fixed mass of carbon, are in the ratio. Fixed mass of carbon means 42.9 grams of carbon. These are in the ratio 57.1 is to this, or approximately it is coming 1:2. So this is nothing but simple ratio. Therefore, the data are in agreement with the law of multiple proportions. Suppose clear two elements, nitrogen and oxygen, are combining to form 5 compounds: N2O, NO, N2O3, N2O4 and N2O5. You know, atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 and atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Now in N2O, amount of nitrogen is nitrogen, and this is making column for oxygen. Here for N2O amount of nitrogen is 28 because 14 2s are 28, and amount of oxygen is 16, atomic mass of oxygen. For NO amount of nitrogen is 14, amount of oxygen is 16. Then here for N2O3 amount of nitrogen is 28, 14 2s are 28, and amount of oxygen is 16 3s are 48. For N2O4 amount of nitrogen is 14 2s are 28, and here amount of oxygen is 16 4s are 64. And for N2O5 amount of oxygen by mass it is 14 2s are 28, and here for oxygen it is 16 5s are 80. Now according to law of multiple proportions, we have to fix the weight of one element or mass of one element. So we are fixing the mass of nitrogen. Whenever we are fixing mass of nitrogen, what is happening with oxygen we have to see. We are fixing it at 28. So first one is 28 16. Here to make it 28 we have to multiply it with 2. So here we have to multiply also with 2. It is 28 . So here the masses of oxygen, is what? 16 grams, 32 grams, 48 grams, 64 grams, 80 grams, which combine with a fixed mass of nitrogen. What is the fixed mass? 28 gram. 28 grams. Where we have to see the ratio between these. Okay. So where it will be a simple ratio. So simple ratio, that is 16 is to 32 is to 48, 64, 80. So what is coming? 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 5. So this is ratio of whole number or simple ratio. So here law of multiple proportions is obeyed. So today till this. In next video I will explain next law. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.